at Apex Motor Club in Arizona with one of our favourite builds so far, the E92 M3. And we're about to take this car to the next level. This is a full race car build that features carbon fibre doors, carbon bonnet, full roll cage, air jacks, fire extinguisher systems. But what it does need is a bigger engine. And that's what we're here for this trip. But before we jump into that full engine build, I want to show you around this car and what we've done to it so far. This is a stunning E92 M3. We transformed this example from a standard road car to a serious race car. We added a full T45 roll cage, AP racing calipers, Öhlins coilovers, SPL Geo kit, an integrated air jack system, beautiful carbonious carbon doors, along with a carbon hood secured with aero catches. Inside, we have an ECU Master ADU, a custom KMP steering wheel, and some carbon Sparco seats. But at the heart of this car is that beautiful V8 S65 engine. And this one is about to get the full treatment. All right, so that's the rundown on the E92. And we kind of end it here at the front because this is what's all coming out for that 4.5 litre stroker S65. This thing is going to be an absolute beast once that's in. Tied in with that rear differential that we've put in, the 4.1 ratio, it's going to be a beast. But I need to get it back to the shop now, so let's fire her up. She's pretty loud and gnarly. I won't be needing this. We're going to take it easy and I'll see you back at the shop. All right, so we're now back in the workshop, and honestly, this garage gives me good vibes because we have spent many hours in here building things like this M2, this E92 M3, and of course, the beast that we're working on today. So Joel and I have been grinding it out in here. We've been doing roll cages. We've been doing way more than we probably should have been doing in a garage with like barely any tools, but that's just the way we roll. So this morning we're going to get into the E92 and we're actually going to start by taking the engine out. All right, Joel, so what are we going to do first on the E92? How are we going to attack this?
So we're going to make some space in the engine bay to get the engine out. So
yeah,
fan, airbox,
yeah,
reservoirs, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Racing behind. We're going to get the car up, get the gearbox down.
Yeah, we're going to take the gearbox out from underneath, and then we're actually going to lift the engine out of the top, which is kind of old school, really. People don't do that so much these days, do they? Drop them out the bottom. Yeah. It's certainly the way I used to do it at BMW, but I know now they drop them all out the bottom. But here we don't really have a lift, so we're going to lift the car up on axle stands, and then we'll take the engine out the OG way. Next, we've got to take off these braces, but we've actually plumbed in a fire extinguisher into the engine bay, and we've used that bracing to hold it. So what we're going to do is we've got these nice push fit connectors here, so we can just easily disconnect this pipe here, and then all of that can stay on those braces, come off as one. Then we're going to attack that airbox. And there we have it, the legendary S65. So this engine is actually already stroked. So I built it about a year ago, but I didn't do the bottom end. I just did the top end, and it smokes. So we've built a new one. A 4.5 this time instead of a 4.4. Now, this engine is definitely one of my favourite BMW engines. I love it, love the sound. What's your favourite BMW engine, Joel?
I like the S55.
The S55?
Yeah, it doesn't sound the best, but
this definitely sounds better, doesn't it?
100% this sounds better. But I like how the S55 drives.
Yeah, I like S55. I would say for me, it's either going to be S65 or M52.
M52, yeah, or even an M54. That era of engine is good as well.
For me, the M52 is the best because I fitted one into my E36 when I was like 18. It was supposed to be a 318 IS, Didn't tell my dad. So yeah, I like the M52, but the S65 is gorgeous. Look at those individual throttle bodies. It's just, yeah, it's a cool engine. It's motorsport really, isn't it, from factory? Right, what's our plan next?
Exhaust next, so 13. I can stay under here if you like. Do you want to grab me a 13 on the gun to begin with?
Yes. Right, so whilst Joel is going to be under there draining the oil, I'm going to get on with getting all the electronics and all the cabling away so that we can get ready to lift the engine. It's worth saying that under here is a standalone ECU. It is running I forgot what it's called. Syvex. It's running a Syvex system. The Syvex system is quite cool because it's plug and play. So that's the Syvex down under there. That's the OEM ECU plugs, and you only have to do some very small adaptations to get that Syvex to work. But what it does allow you to do is still run the DCT, but do a full custom tune, however you want to do it, to the S65. All right, so after rolling around on the floor for quite a bit, we have got the DCT down. So that's out the way. We start working on the coolant lines next, and then we'll go and grab the engine crane. All right, so that is the S65 now removed. Now Joel and I are going to get it on the engine stand to get it all stripped down to a bare, well, take all the ancillaries off. So basically a bare engine. All right, Joel's here and he's cooking on gas. We have removed all of the wiring loom from the top of the engine here, and now he's working on these throttle bodies. They actually all come out as one piece, so you can see up close the intricacies of the S65 here. It's actually a really simple engine, and I love that this is so similar to the S85, the V10 version, which came first. But yeah, nice and simple, and I love working on this thing. We actually replaced these rocker covers previously, as we all know they start to crack, and these were really expensive from BMW, so it's good to see that they're all in nice condition still. And yeah, we've just got all of this stuff to take off, so it's back down to the bare engine, and then we'll start getting it all on to the new one. Quick message to all of our viewers. We thank you so much for watching, and we really need your support. So if you like the content so far, please don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, and we thank you so much for all your support. Whilst we was at the workshop, I got talking to a guy that said that he had a 2,000 mile E46 M3, and I just couldn't resist but go and see it. So we went down to his place, but once we got there, I realized he had way more than just an E46. Check this out. Right, so this is a 2,000 mile E46 M3. And when I say it is absolutely mint underneath, I mean it is minty. All right, here we go. Let's have a look under this absolutely mint E46 M3. Literally looks like it is straight off the production line. I cannot believe it. I mean, look at all the gold on the bolts. Still got the stickers on the shocks. Unbelievable. I've never ever seen anything as mint as this. This is crazy. Look at that. Unbelievable. How did you even find this car?
EAG in Ohio had it. Enthusiast Auto Group, they're big in the BMWs. That's their primary.
I mean, that's like,
It's It's kind of funny. Look at the, see the papers on the, this fuel line, BMW. That way. Even the bolts don't have any corrosion.
No.
You know?
It's like the day it rolled off the production line under here.
Yeah.
Like not even a bit of dirt on it. Oh, it's got Harman Kardon.
Yeah, Harman Kardon, isn't that great?
Yeah.
It has heated seats and washers and headlights, which are typical Canadian only.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, this is probably the mintest E46 M3 you're ever going to see on this planet. So I'm glad that you were able to see it on this video.
Look at my plate. You figure it out? It's Canadian GT2.
Nice.
And this one is a 4-liter RS.
Oh, so it's a bit of a theme here you've
Yeah.
got going on.
Mhm.
The backwards theme.
Yeah, and that was that's GT2 RS.
I like that.
That's a 997, right? 97 GT2.
Wow, that's got a nice titanium exhaust on
This
it.
is Club Sport. Right? This is a Club Sport.
Yeah. These things are pretty gnarly. I love that colour.
Isn't that beautiful?
That colour is so nice.
Gray black. And the wheels, gold wheels, and aren't those?
Yeah.
Those are
But,
magnesium.
but they're not like, they're like a subtle gold.
Yeah. This is a magnesium wheel. It has a white top package. That's why the carbon hood with the paint and the.
Aren't those wheels like 11 grand each or something?
Oh, at least. Yeah. It's 30,000. It was 30,000 for a set. 10, 20. So right now they're probably 30, 35 for a set.
Wow, that's a cool car.
Isn't that a cool car?
Yeah, it's way out of my league,
Oh, me
but
too.
it's a cool car.
So here's my one BMW thing. Look, E36.
Yeah, 46.
And my buddy owns
GT.
This is back when I used to love racing, Trans Am racing. My buddy owns the #1 Camaro. Camaro says #1 on it right there.
Wow.
But that's the old Trans Am days. That's when I was a kid. You want a GT3 wheel? You can have it. I have no use for it. You can have that wheel. It's off of 2011 GT3.
Really?
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it.
I'd ship it back home.
You know why? Because see the little chip in the paint?
Yeah.
So I spent $2,400 to replace the wheel because of the chip on it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
This is my days. This is my old days. I'm the old drag racer. You know. All these posters these are all very famous people. Like Ohio, these are all signatures these days. These guys are all dead. Ronnie Socks, Grumpy Jenkins. This is famous drag racers. These guys are all dead. They're all signatures on them.
Day done. The S65 is out of the E92. Love seeing the engine stripped down like this. But that's where we're going to end this video. Catch us next time to see the new S65 going into this beast, and then we're going to take it to the track. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to thumbs up, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about this video. All the support really helps. I'll catch you next time.